فيها من كل زوج كريم هذا خلق الله فأروني ماذا خلق الذين من دونه بل الظالمون في ضلال مبين ولقد آتينا لقمان الحكمة أن اشكر لله ومن يشكر فإنما يشكر لنفسه ومن كفر فإن الله غني حميد.
For those who believe and dark righteous deeds, there will be gardens of bliss to dwell therein. The promise of Allah is true, and He exalted in power-wise. He created the heavens without any pillars that ye can see. He set on the earth mountains standing firm, less than inches shape with you, and He scattered through it beasts of all kinds. We send down rain from the sky and produce on the earth every kind of noble. Such is the creator of Allah. Now show me, what is there that others beside Him have created? Nay, but the transgressors are in manifest error. We bestow in the past wisdom on Luqman. Show thy gratitude to Allah. Anyone who is so grateful gratitude does so to the profit of his own soul. But if any is ungrateful, verily Allah is free of all wants, worthy of all praise. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi
SubhanAllah, thank you so much for the little sisters. That was really good. So next up, we have an opening remark by IMAAM President Bagus Adianto.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. My dear respected community members, founders, BOT fellows, and also the executive committee, and also volunteers from Madrasah, from the masjid. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Alhamdulillah rabbil alamin. Wassalatu wassalamu ala asyrafil anbiya'i wal mursalin wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'in. Amma ba'd. This is the very special day, special tonight, that we gather here to appreciate our volunteers, and also at the same time to celebrate the 25 years IMAAM serving the community. So this is very long time, and for community that has been prevailed for 25 years, this is something that is so amazing, and something that we need to be grateful, and something that we need to appreciate. And the reason why we come to this point, because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has blessed us with many blessings. And one of the blessings that we have is we have so many wonderful people, good people that are helping our community, our volunteers, from 25 years ago until up to this point. This is something that we are so fortunate and blessed. So, speaking about volunteerism, when we come to the United States, everybody as an immigrant. So, United States is known as the land of dream, but also is known as the land of volunteerism. So I did my little research. Benjamin Franklin, one of the founder of United States, he was the first man who established the volunteer fire department in 17th century. And after that, the movement of volunteerism keep growing and growing for many different reasons, because of the religion, because of the lifestyle maybe, or environment, for so many good cause. We are volunteering ourselves. So it's about 62 million Americans are involving in volunteerism. So in my own experience, I have a friend of mine, my coworker, is working as software engineer, but after he finished his work at night, he volunteered for fire department as the medical personnel. And also I have a friend of mine, good brother in Islam, he's a Palestinian, and he is working as a biologist. So he shared with me when he was in high school, he spent his time to volunteer himself in senior living facility just to accompany an elderly man who happens to be a Jewish man. And he was blind, and then what he was doing to help him just read the story to him and to discuss so many things, to chat with him, just to accompany him. So at the end, this relation become very good relation. The Palestinian brother, who is my friend, know how to speak Hebrew, and the Jewish man know how to speak Arabic. So this is something that is so wonderful about volunteerism, engaging with the people. And when I ask my friends why you are doing that, the volunteerism, and they say, simple answer, because I like it, because I love it. So this is another dimension that we have to bring to this community. Why we are doing volunteer work. Not because I have to, but because I like to, because I love to be volunteers. And sometimes when we ask our brother or sister in Islam, why you are doing volunteer work in the masjid, they say, this is the jihad. You know, this is the jihad fi sabilillah. It's true, but we need to ask also, are you happy with it? Are you happy being volunteer in your community? And you know, a lot of big corporations, they invest $1 million just to make their workplace is the best place to work. Google, Microsoft, Facebook, Twitter, they try to invest so many $1 million to make that place to become the best place to work. And why we can bring this idea to this community? Make IMAAM as the best place to volunteer. We need to do that. At the end, if we ask you why you volunteer for IMAAM, not because I have to. It is true, it's jihad, but also because I like to. I love to be volunteer for IMAAM. And I also like to thank to all of the community members, especially for those who are helping with organizing this very beautiful event, beautiful setup. When I came last night, it wasn't like this before. So when I came at 5 p.m., after 5 p.m. tonight, I was surprised to, wow, mashallah. And give applause to all of the community members who helped with this event. Jazakumullah khair, and I hope you enjoy the tonight event. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Jazakallah khair, Bagus and Brother Bagus. Thank you for reminding us of the blessings that we have in this little but strong community, and for sharing your story on volunteerism. I hope that we can take this as motivation for initiating or continuing our involvement in our community. So next we have opening remark by BOT Chairman Brother IMAAM Sugasi.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Allahumma sholli ala Muhammad wa ala ali Muhammad. Raditu billahi robba wa bil islami dina wa bi Muhammadin nabiyya wa rasulah. alafa baina qulubina fasbahna bi ni'matihi ikhwana. Dear my respected brothers and sisters, so thank you very much for coming. Brother Bagus mentioned that tonight is a very special night because we celebrate 25th anniversary of IMAAM as an organization. So IMAAM was founded in, according to the historical note that we have, was 21st December 1993, if I mistaken. And it was registered in 1994, 1 year after that, on 24th December. Alhamdulillah. So I'd like to show the picture of founders. Not the picture, I'm sorry. This is the article of incorporation of IMAAM. So this was signed by 7 founders and 4 witnesses. So we've been exist for 25 years, Alhamdulillah, and there's so many things going on within the 25 years, right? So to me, the milestone, so IMAAM have so many milestones. Any one of you can relate that milestone to yourself, but as well as, founders and presidents, the BOT and whatnot. So you guys all can make some notes. What are actually the milestones of IMAAM? So to me, there are 4 different milestones of IMAAM. The first one, of course, when IMAAM was founded. This is the document 1994. That's the first milestone when IMAAM was founded. Do you agree? Alhamdulillah, right? So we make dua for those who passed away, some of them, and some are still here with us. There's Bang Faisal, Bang Firdaus, Pak Nur Adnan, and who else? And the family of other founders, Alhamdulillah. So this is the first milestone. What is the second milestone? The second milestone for me is when the community actually take responsibility to build this ummah, the community, IMAAM community. So that signifies when IMAAM at the first time actually did fundraising, regardless whether the fundraising using a box, fundraising using fundraising event. That is actually the milestone where IMAAM as a community actually become large, become big, right? So IMAAM was not contributed by only 1-2%, but all community members have contributions. And this is the third milestone. So the milestone is not when actually we got this building now, but the milestone actually was started when we gather here in community center, Twin Brook Community Center. This is when actually all of you came and we talked about 1.8 million US dollar. Okay, so before we only talk about receh or coins, right? Alhamdulillah, with that we purchased 2 houses in Rockville. But this is the milestone when you guys all together talk about 1.8 million. We didn't have money, but we have some niat. We have some ukhuwah. That's more important than money. So we get some ukhuwah that at the time we said, okay, why not everyone of us chip in 500? I remember Mas Bambang, I think Mas Bambang asked everyone of us, do you agree to chip in $500 each for each of us? And then, yeah, okay, call everyone. So we call people that, we at the time lack of funding, but we have some spirits, we have some will, we have some ukhuwah that we like to make our dream become reality, right? So these are to me, this is the historical moment that now we have, this masjid. And of course, one of the biggest milestone when we signed this building, when we signed for the settlement of this building, Alhamdulillah, I was told by a former chairman, was June 2014. So that's the other milestone. So to me, there were 4 milestones. The first one when IMAAM was founded, second when we did fundraising, and this is the third one and the fourth one. So we thanks for the past, our past, all chairmen, founders, executive committee members, volunteers in the past. We thank as the organization, as the committee, we thank all of you. Second, we also thank the contributor, direct debitor, donors, and also the current volunteers, right? So we thank the past, we appreciate the current, but we have hope and expectation for the future. Who are the leaders for the future? So as Brother Bagus said, tonight, actually this event was actually prepared also partly by our youth. And if you come to our madrasah, alhamdulillah, our youth already take over the Islamic knowledge classes. If I'm not mistaken, all the Islamic knowledge classes actually are being taught by our youth, alhamdulillah. So I think that's another milestone. Not yet. To me, it's not yet. So let me challenge you guys, the youth. Another milestone would be the next president of IMAAM would be you guys below 30 years old age. Okay? With that, I think I'd like to thank again one more time. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Don't say what IMAAM Center can do for you, but what I can do for IMAAM Center. Billahi taufiq wal hidayah. Assalamualaikum.
Alhamdulillahirabbil alamin wassalatu wassalamu ala asyrafil anbiya'i wal mursalin nabiyina Muhammad wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'in wa ba'd. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. This is your brother Abdullah. I would like to congratulate everyone at the IMAAM Center on a happy 25th year anniversary. I wish I could be there to celebrate with you, to see all the smiles on your faces, to see the nur from your faces, and to taste the beautiful food, especially bakso. That you continuously bless the IMAAM Center and makes it a source of ilm, a source of da'wah, and beneficial to the Muslim Ummah and everyone all around the world. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Muktamar gratis.
Semoga Allah memberikan kesuksesan dan kepada imam dan seluruh pengurusnya. Kami berharap ke depan Imam tetap semangat dan istiqomah dalam kerja-kerja dakwah.
Amin.
Selalu semangat memberikan pelayanan kepada para jemaahnya. Masjidnya menjadi center of excellence. Ke depan Imam harus lebih fokus kepada rencana strategis. 25 tahun ke depan mungkin bukan kita lagi yang mengurus Imam, tapi anak-anak kita, generasi muda kita. Jadi insya Allah tetap semangat, tetap jaya, fokus dalam kerja-kerja dakwah.
Bangga. Paling banyak PR.
Thank you for serving our community. Hopefully, you'll better to take care of our women and more growing up and make a good leader.
It being brought to my attention by the Buggers that IMAAM is celebrating the 25th year anniversary as a community, and I want to personally congratulate all of you, inshallah, and ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to accept all the work that is done at IMAAM, and to congratulate the members that are part of this community, and support and congratulate the members that sustain their brothers. It's not an easy job running a community. Inshallah, the Imam board and the Imam members of the community are always hospitable to one another. So, congratulations from your brother here in Wales, and hopefully we'll see you soon. Assalamu alaikum.
President.
Living in this crazy world today, Imam, for me and dozens of others, thousands of others, is a safe haven and a place of refuge to come closer to Allah. Inshallah, Imam will continue to strive for another 25 years and century until my children can enjoy the same resources that I have. I would like to say thank you so much, and I will continue to make dua, inshallah, that Imam will prosper.
We used to jump from location to location to have any type of event, whether it was or a bus, but ever since the mom has she events that are very beneficial for having and it just proves that hard work, dedication, and a clear goal you can achieve whatever you want. And which is why I want to congratulate the board and members that participated in and helped it become a great community. Being able to participate within the youth has been really beneficial for me because I get to learn and grow with my leadership skills, and it's a way to give back to the community that and inshallah, Imam will continue to grow over the years and prosper as an even greater community than it already is. Again, congratulations to Imam on 25 years. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Wa alaikum salam.
Congratulations to everyone at the Imam Center for 25 years. It's a long time to do a lot of good, and inshallah, many more to come.
tukang parkir.
Subhanallah, it's nice to see our previous teachers, such as Abdullah, who has taught me and especially all of us such great knowledge and life lessons previous years ago, which was like 3 years ago during Ramadan. It was such a beautiful Ramadan, mashallah. As humans who discovers ever more precise ways of keeping track of time, we have also developed more accurate ways of keeping records and recording history. Because only us together who can share our knowledge of the past, because we have a community that is growing. With that comes a good communication system, powerful enough to share what we know and learn today and tomorrow. So our next stop is never mind. But it's the poetry by Bapak Nur Adnan.
Yes.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam.
Puisi ini sudah lama saya tulis. Salah satu dari perjalanan imam saya kira. Sebelum ada masjid ini, semua kegiatan peribadatan oleh Muslim Indonesia sekitar Washington ini dijalankan di KBRI. Jadi semua terpusat di sana. Jadi KBRI itu pernah jadi pusat syiar Islam, terutama kalau Ramadan. Setiap hari ada acara buka bersama, ada tarawih, dan kita mengundang pembicara-pembicara dari berbagai bagian di Amerika ini. Tapi jalannya tidak begitu mulus. Sekarang KBRI itu kan jadi seperti kuburan mati. Syiar Islamnya nggak ada. Jadi lain sekali dari zaman dulu. Seperti saya katakan bahwa jalannya itu tidak mulus. Jadi kalau kita mengadakan kegiatan di sana, itu selalu ada hambatan-hambatan. Mana ini gedungnya sudah tua, mana tempat parkirnya, pokoknya segala macam kemudian diancam akan ditutup. Ini akan ditutup, kegiatan itu akan ditutup, dan kita bisanya hanya protes dalam hati. Jadi pada suatu saat saya mendengar bahwa kegiatan-kegiatan Islam di KBRI mau dihentikan. Lalu saya membuat puisi. Jadi puisi ini saya beri judul Aku Bermimpi. Waktu semalam bom, aku bermimpi. Tapi jangan kau nyanyikan pula bait ini. Kalau engkau aku, engkau pun akan menulis puisi seperti ini. Kita tidak lagi berjumatan dalam gedung yang hangat, tapi di trotoar seperti orang-orang Iran yang pernah kita hujat. Luar biasa Jumatan kali itu. Paling depan Pak Susilo Sudarman, sang mayor jenderal. Pak Ramli yang juga tentara sebelum direktur Pertamina. juga Pak Arifin Siregar, Gubernur BI yang pernah jadi menteri. Ada juga Brigjen Abdul Ghani, Brigjen Joko Santoso, Kolonel Basri Sidehabi, Profesor Harun Al-Rashid, Pak Mataliti, Pak Darmadi, dan masih banyak lagi. Begitu banyaknya, dan diikuti pula 150 juta Muslim di Indonesia. Semuanya bergabung dengan umat, sehingga jalan Massachusetts padat, ujungnya sampai di telan alam yang pekat. Kamera-kamera televisi petentengan memagari, bukan dari CNN, ABC, dan atau NBC, tapi TVRI, Antv, Indosiar, dan entah apa lagi. Meskipun cuaca di bawah titik beku, aneh, tak seorang pun mengenakan mantel bulu. Mereka dihangati oleh api iman yang menggebu. Sang khatib berkhutbah dengan tenang, menyatakan keheranan. Di bawah naungan Pancasila, belum cukupkah kita ini ditekan? Harus menghadap Tuhannya dengan cara kampungan. Khatib menyalahkan para jamaah sendiri yang terlena oleh teriakan toleransi. Selesai Jumatan, corong-corong mic disodorkan oleh wartawan-wartawan televisi, bagaikan bayonet-bayonet menghadapi demonstrasi. Wartawan TVRI bertanya, mengapa begini setelah reformasi? Seorang juru bicara menjawab, tak lagi hati-hati. Kami terus-menerus dicekoki toleransi, dan ketika mereka menduduki berbagai posisi, mereka tendang kami, dan kami pun terjerembab di sini. Angin kencang musim dingin pun terasa dingin sekali. Aku bangun mengucap astagfirullah 3 kali. Menyadari hari itu adalah hari Jumat dan naskah khutbahku belum selesai. Alhamdulillah, tidak seperti yang di Ambon dan di Kupang. Yang ini ternyata hanya mimpi. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Thank you, Bapak Nur Adnan, for your words and perspective on the community through your poetry. Now we have a performance by pre-K and kindergarten madrasa students.
So, I have a question for you. Are you ready?
Yes.
Okay, who do you thank for all the blessing that we have?
Allah.
Good, very good. How do we say thank you to Allah?
Alhamdulillah.
One more time. What do you say?
Alhamdulillah.
Are you ready to sing Alhamdulillah?
Alhamdulillah, oh thank you Allah. Mommy is here, Alhamdulillah. Daddy is here, Alhamdulillah. Thank you Allah for blessing on me. Alhamdulillah.
Allah in Arabic.
Alif Lam Lam Ha.
Let's go sing together. 1, 2, 3.
There is one God and other God, and Allah is the one God. Alif Lam Lam Ha. Alif Lam Lam Ha. Alif Lam Lam Ha. And Allah is the one God. Is one God and Allah is the one God. Alif Lam Lam Ha. Alif Lam Lam Ha. Alif Lam Lam Ha. And Allah is the one God. Is one God and Allah is the one God. Alif Lam Lam Ha. Alif Lam Lam Ha. Alif Lam Lam Ha. And Allah is the one God. Alif Lam Lam Ha. Alif Lam Lam Ha. Alif Lam Lam Ha. And Allah is the one God. There is one God and Allah is the one God. Alif Lam Lam Ha. Alif Lam Lam Ha. Alif Lam Lam Ha. And Allah is the one God. Is one God and Allah is the one God. Alif Lam Lam Ha. Alif Lam Lam Ha. Alif Lam Lam Ha. And Allah is the one God. Alif Lam Lam Ha. Alif Lam Lam Ha. Alif Lam Lam Ha. And Allah is the one God. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Good job, everybody. Thank you.
Masya Allah.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you so much for the little ones. Mood banget. Okay, up next is the Flashback Moment and Recognition Award 25 Years by IMAAM President Bagus Adianto.
Assalamualaikum again. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Okay, just hang on a second, and we are the last part of our event, and then we go to the dinner after this. So I was asked to give some kind of introduction about the flashback of IMAAM for 25 years. And I think it's very difficult to do it because I have to do so many research, and I even went to one of the founders, tried to gather some kind of documentation and see the old pictures. There are so many of them. And in my own reflection, when I witnessed that pictures, people come and go. There was some people in the past 25 years ago that we don't see him or her anymore. And people come and go. But the question is, why Imam still here? Why Imam still prevail and survive and serving the community? So the answer of that, because Imam has a great idea, has a vision that has been laid out by our pioneers of this community. And that vision, it never died. It will always stay there, even until my time is end, and also to our children, our grandchildren. We keep moving on and on and on. That's why Imam still exists. So now the question is, does anybody know what is the vision of Imam? I don't let founder to answer that question, but let the community member answer that question. I think it is mentioned in one of the video. So the vision of Imam is to become a center of excellence. It's very simple, but when I look at the detailed document, actually it's very comprehensive. But if I can summarize in very simple way to understand the vision of Imam, to become center of excellence and how to grow ourselves as an immigrant in United States, as a Muslim, grow ourselves to become good Muslim, be good with Allah, and then be good with the people. That's if I can summarize the vision of Imam and its mission. And now, Alhamdulillah, when I try to collect all of the old documentation until up to this point, Alhamdulillah, we have this building. But the question is the job is done? No. The job is not done. Yes, we have the building, but we need to build the strong foundation, the strong root for that building to keep growing and exist. And that's how we have education, how we have a da'wah to strengthen our foundation, to strengthen our iman, aqidah, to all of the community members, especially for our children and our grandchildren and so on. So, having said that, before we move on to the video, I would like to ask some historical question to you. Who was the first president of IMAAM?
Duta Madin.
Yes, Bapak Duta Martin Umar. He's not here today. I think he's in Indonesia. Okay, who is second president of IMAAM?
Firdaus Kadir.
Bapak Firdaus Kadir is here with us today. And who was the third president of IMAAM? Brother Jafar. Give applause to Jafar. And he is still active. He's still helping the madrasah until today. Alhamdulillah. And who was the fourth president of IMAAM? Brother Safrin. Give applause to Brother Safrin. And who was the fifth president of IMAAM? There you go. The one and only Oscar.
Arif.
You know the answer that the sixth president of IMAAM is Brother Arif Mustafa. Is he here with us? And the seventh one is
Ama.
Is Ama. Okay. And the eighth one, you don't need to answer that. So we took the picture, all of us upstairs, 7 of us, and I make a joke, you know, this president of IMAAM is the most unwanted job. But it's gonna be better job than the chief of staff of White House for sure. Okay, having said that, I would like to start playing the video of the journey of Imam as community for 25 years. If I have a person to turn off the light, okay, we can start the movie.
The dream come true. Wow.
Ya, kok jauh banget.
Yeah, we have to keep dreaming, right? Until you die. That's big, look like Irving. Yeah. There's a plan.
Cepet banget. Sampai dream, cuma dream doang.
Freoni kurang.
Living on the streets, so digging for a bite to eat, envying hunger and nothing.
Keep in dreaming.
Kelihatan nih belum makan kali.
I've been dreaming of this world, won't you come along and dream with me? It's picture perfect in my mind, oh how I wish it would be real. Oh, real. No one living on the streets, so digging for a bite to eat, envying hunger and nothing but a memory that's dream to make it real. Dream your biggest dream. If we dream enough together, we can make it
Datang membaca. Umar.
Aduh.
Alright, that's the video of 25 years journey of Imam. And when we saw that video, the first thing that we have in our impression, it is not easy. It is not easy to build community. To destroy community is easy, but to build community is not easy. That's what we have to appreciate and acknowledge all of the pioneers of IMAAM as community. So there was a story about a man, a very old man. Very old man. He was asked by the king because the king was having interest with him because the old man built an olive tree in the desert. And you know, like when we plant an olive tree, it's something that is so difficult and then it takes a long time to grow. And the king asked that old man, why you plant that olive tree? It's gonna take very long time to grow, and perhaps when you die, that tree still will not grow in a major way. And you know what that old man answered? You know, I plant this tree not for me. Yes, it is true, I may die when this tree is not grown enough. But this tree is for my children, for my next generation. That's how we have to appreciate our pioneers of this community. So I would like to call, the first one is Mr. Chairman, Pak Amang, to be an honor to give the token of appreciation. And we would like to give the token of appreciation for our pioneers of this community. First, I would like to call the family of our late brother Syahir Kadir, Pak Syahir Kadir, represented by his son Malik Kadir. Can you come forward? And also, I would like to call Pak Nur Adnan. And also Bang Firdaus, can you come forward? And I think I don't see Pak Umar Badages. Is he here? Oh, Bang Faisal. Is it Pak Umar here? So Bang Duta Martin is not here, he's in Indonesia. And so we like to give the token of appreciation to
Oh, nggak boleh maaf. Yang ada $5.
Oh, have to show it.
Ada cashnya di belakang.
Kupon Subway. For free.
Subway. Selama 1 tahun.
1 tahun. Amin. Amin. Bang Will, saya bilang amin. Lanjutkan ya.
Maybe stay a little bit. Just say some few words.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
I just want to say thank you, everybody, for that were involved in building this community and where we're at today. On behalf of my father, Ashakir Kadir, he would have been proud of what we built and all the involvement of all the leaders and all the people that volunteered their time, and all the directors and everybody that kind of from just putting together the events and making the food and everyone in between, and the kids and the youth. He would have been proud of everything that we came to build, and the mosque that we built with the involvement with the the Indonesian government. So God bless and thank you for all your involvement, and I'm proud of what we've done and what we're going to achieve in the future. Amen. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I second what my brother Ramadan said. On behalf of my father, Ashari Kadir, I'm very humbled to receive this award on his behalf, and on behalf of my 2 older brothers, Bang Dian and Bang Sharif, who weren't able to make it tonight, and my mom, Relina Kadir, we're sincerely grateful for everybody who's come together. I mean, my dad would be very happy to see the masjid full like this, on a Saturday night. With all his former colleagues and many people who came after him, helped bring this masjid up, and he would be really happy to see the youth taking part. Sisters Dana and Nadia helping with this event, and seeing the testimonials from Brother Daniel, Izard, Brother Ifdal, etc. So thank you again, and inshallah we'll continue this journey to the future to have a sustainable community.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam.
Tadi ada pertanyaan dari Brother Bagus mengenai siapa pemimpin pertama dan sebagainya. Sekarang saya punya pertanyaan juga. Siapa yang menciptakan logo IMAAM?
Faisal, Bang Faisal. Hadiahnya.
Yang sudah tahu diem aja.
Tahunya dari awal.
Ya, Pak Faisal. Jadi terima kasih atas penghargaan ini. Saya kira ini penghargaan kedua kali. Enggak apa. Tiap tahun. Terima kasih.
Insyaallah.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi
Bapak Ibu sekalian, sekilas 25 tahun dalam 7 menit kali tadi ya, kita lihat panjang. Memang banyak yang perlu disyukuri. Tetapi saya selalu coba jangan lupa kepada tadi Pak Presiden malu-malu membacakan misi dan visi IMAAM. Misi IMAAM itu menuju masyarakat yang taat, tangguh, dan modern, toward a pious, resilient, and modern community. Islam itu modern loh, kata sebagian ulama. Yang kedua, kalau mau yang gampang-gampangnya, misinya itu dakwah, pendidikan, dan social service. Jadi kita saling bersama. Dari itu masalah dakwah, saya minta jangan lupa banyak yang hadir di sini, alhamdulillah. Banyak yang sudah terlayani, alhamdulillah. Tapi masih banyak yang belum dilayani. Bapak Ibu sekalian, jangan lupa segmen-segmen yang belum terlayani. Masjid raya, masjid makmur, iya baik. Tapi akan cepat juga hilang sirna kemakmuran itu kalau kita lupa menghimbau, berbagi iman dan mengesahkan Allah dengan orang-orang yang belum terkena, yang belum tersentuh, yang kita lupakan. Kita masih selalu membuat menu sesuai selera kita, sesuai acara, sesuai kasat mata kita. Banyak di sudut-sudut tadi, dari puluhan foto-foto tadi, di mana mereka sekarang anak-anak itu. Jadi saya coba selalu ingatkan diri saya kepada, insya Allah ada beberapa ustadz di luar yang siap terjun untuk membantu Sapami untuk mencapai anak-anak muda ke depan, tapi butuh bantuan Bapak Ibu sekalian, insya Allah. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Kembali, assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Begitu semangatnya hampir lupa itu.
Emang dalam sholat?
Kembali, saya pikir kembali ke jauh sebelum 1903 itu ide-ide semacam akan mendirikan imam, tentu kita belum ada namanya ketika itu. Jadi saya nggak terbayangkan pada malam ini begitu banyak kita sekarang ini. Ketika itu semua dan masyarakat Indonesia tidak sebanyak ini. Dan alhamdulillah apa yang kita tanamkan itu rupanya diridhoi Allah, tumbuh dengan sejuta biji, sejuta tunas. Dan yang ini yang diharapkan oleh orang tua kita semuanya. Dan juga saya ingatkan lagi, kenapa namanya imam, bukan yang lain? Ada yang tahu? Tidak ada. Jadi begini, dulu namanya imam itu kebanyakan kan kita dari dulu ada nama organisasi himpunan mahasiswa Islam. Jadi namanya itu dulu himpunan masyarakat Indonesia di Amerika, dan ketika itu dicarikan apa sebaiknya namanya yang dalam bahasa Inggris. Dan ide ini keluar dari Pak Nur Anam dan Duta Madin Umar. Sehingga ketika itu Pak Nur Anam menyebutkan, coba beri satu nama yang nama itu fundamental dan membawa kepada sesuatu yang wah gitu ya. Wah, dan pengertian di sini ya excellence. Itu kan kata-kata imam itu. Jadi Indonesian Muslim Association in America. Dulu namanya bukan in America, but of America. Tapi karena pendirian ini adalah bersama-sama dengan KBRI, ketika itu agak keberatan dengan nama of. Kalau disebutkan in, berarti bisa involve dalam hal ini KBRI. Dan alhamdulillah kita sudah besar, tapi sebagaimana dikatakan oleh Presiden tadi, memeliharanya adalah lebih susah dari mendirikannya. Dan sekarang kewajiban berada di tangan generasi muda kita sekarang. Jadi jangan malu bertanya kepada pendiri, dan pendiri akan memberikan seperti apa dituliskan Firdaus. Misi kita itu besar. Jadi bukan hanya sekedar biasa-biasa saja, besar. Dan kita adalah duta besar yang mengabdi masyarakat Indonesia Islam di Amerika. Dan ini tugasnya sangat berat. kasih. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Foto bersama dong. Mas, Pak, boleh foto bersama bareng? Belum, boleh bareng lagi, Pak, boleh bareng lagi. Sorry Pak, belum tadi belum foto bersama.
Balik. One more session.
Ya kan tadi Mas Amang di situ.
Saya Imam.
Dah.
Soheh.
Okay, the next one, our last, our recipient. Last year we gave the award appreciation to social service, and this year we would like to give the appreciation to one of the most important aspect of our community, the education. So we have 3 volunteers who dedicate themselves to work so hard to operate the madrasah. Our madrasah, you can imagine, every single week have to come and to manage about 180 students, or maybe 200 students. So it's very challenging job, but we have very dedicated volunteers, the leadership of madrasah, who are willing to sacrifice a lot to do this work. So I would like to call the recipient of award this year to the principal of madrasah, Pak Misno. And also to the assistant principal and also the administration, husband and wife, Brother Jafar and Sister Wati. I think I would like to call Pak Amang again to give the award. Oh, Ustaz Fahmi.
Disuruh nggak punya pasangan?
Pasangannya lagi nguber.
Jangan.
Yang ini Mas, itu buat ini.
Foto. Angkat ininya.
Angkat. Bukti buat Mas.
Ceknya diangkat, cek.
And I would like to ask them to say a few words about Imam.
Okay, thank you. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam.
Okay, alhamdulillah ya, subhanallah. Just share, I think, one point at madrasah. We do have next special class. The only thing we know, Imam, one of Imam, commit. We make like our kids, they know about our religion. One class we call like a special class, it's almost maybe 20 students. But all students, high school, 15 or 18. The problem, they live in this country more than 20 years with the parent, but they don't know how to read, even Iqra. That's why so great, right? And Alhamdulillah, we make this class, and now most they are can read like Iqra. But my point, the bottom line, we know already, wherever we have live in this country, we are immigrant. We are all busy all the time. I asked one of students, I said, you never go to read Quran or learn something at home? No. How about your parents? No, my parents busy, never at home at all. Uber. No, just kidding. But that's why the bottom line, I mean, we know that I hope, hopefully, we are here immigrant, we are Muslim, we learn, study our religion, and then we will be like whatever our founder said, Islam is rahmatan lil alamin. We Islam indah. That's why I hopefully, Imam be strong, and then be like rahmatan lil alamin. Inshallah. Thank you. Jazakumullah.
Assalamu alaikum. There's the three of us standing up here, but I think everybody, I don't know if anybody realizes just how many people. A total madrasa staff, the volunteer staff is like 50. And like 30 or 35 of them are teachers and assistant teachers. So, we have a lot of people, alhamdulillah.
It's 70, not 50.
And one last thing I'm going to say here. I can't tell you how many evenings she's been hovered over the laptop with her spreadsheet, trying to get everything to balance out. But no, alhamdulillah, it's really good for all these years that this madrasa has been going on. We are improving, and as always, we have more room to improve, and inshallah, with all the people helping out, we're going to keep improving. I
just want to say something. We have 17 classes, 8 classes for Quran, and 7 classes for Islamic. And I can't thank enough for our volunteer, mashallah, and especially the second half, the Islamic class, all is, majority of them our youth. Mashallah. And, they're very, very, every week, and they're there, so I can't thank enough for them. We are so lucky for this imam. There's a lot of volunteer that come up and just come in. I want to volunteer, so mashallah. And again, and thank you all the teacher and the admin help, and mashallah, somebody come, okay, what do I need to do? And then they just set up the table in the cafeteria, so I want to thank all of them. Thank you all. Assalamu alaikum.
Okay, thank you so much. Just wanna quick information. So our volunteers, when I count, is 120 volunteers. Madrasa, Imam Center, everything together, 120 volunteers. That's a lot of numbers. So that concludes the session, and I would like to give this back session to moderator.
So looking back at our journey through IMAAM, maybe my own journey with this community, I've been a part of this community for like 18 years. Came here in the United States in 2000. I was 4.5 years old. I was one of the little kindergartners in madrasa. And then 4 years ago, I was asked to be an assistant madrasa teacher, and I helped out with the 3rd and 2nd graders. And then a year later, I was asked to be a lead teacher for 1st graders. So I've been doing that for 2 years now, and I love it. I love the little 1st graders. So this community practically raised me, and I hope that inshallah I can be a part Thank you for joining us this evening. I hope everyone enjoyed our program. We hope that this will only encourage you all to continue. Yeah. We hope that this will only encourage you all to continue the work that you do for this community with enthusiasm. So with that, we'll have a closing dua by Ustaz Famizu.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Jamaah sekalian berbahagia, mari sama-sama kita hadirkan hati kita khusyuk bersimpuh memohon kepada Allah Subhanahu wa taala agar harapan kita dan usaha-usaha kita selama ini insyaallah Allah Subhanahu wa taala jadikan sebagai timbangan yang akan memberatkan nanti dalam mizan hasanah kita kelak. Amin. A'udzu billahi minasyaitonir rajim. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillahirabbil alamin. Hamdan na'imin, hamdan syakirin, hamdan dzakirin, hamdan yuafi ni'amahu wa yukafi mazidah. Ya Rabbana lakal hamdu kama yanbaghi li jalali wajhika 'azimi sultanik. Allahumma shalli ala Muhammad fil awwalin, Allahumma shalli ala Muhammad fil akhirin, Allahumma shalli ala Muhammad fil mala'il a'la ila yaumiddin. Allahumma inna nas'aluka qalban syakiran, qalban khashi'an, wa 'amalan mutaqabbalan, wa lisanan dzakiran, wa rizqan wasi'an bi rahmatika ya arhamar rahimin. Ya Allah, ya Tuhan kami, Engkau Maha Pengasih tanpa pilih kasih, Engkau Maha Penyayang tanpa pilih sayang. Ya Allah, kami bersimpuh berhadir di sini ya Allah, memohon ampunan-Mu ya Allah atas kekurangan-kekurangan kami ya Allah. Kami pun bersyukur ya Allah atas nikmat-nikmat yang selama ini Engkau berikan kepada kami semua yang hadir di sini. Engkau berikan harapan-harapan kami. Engkau berikan rumah besar ini ya Allah, Imam Center. Ya Allah, kami hadir di sini untuk bersyukur kepadamu ya Allah. Jadikanlah ya Allah rumah besar ini, Imam Center, sebagai tempat menempa ilmu untuk kami, keluarga kami, anak-anak kami, bangsa kami selanjutnya ya Allah. Ya Allah, jadikanlah rumah besar ini, Imam Center ya Allah, sebagai tautan hati kami, sehingga kami semakin kuat persaudaraan kami ya Allah. Jagalah silaturahim kami ya Allah, persaudaraan kami ya Allah. Ikatkanlah hati kami dalam cinta kepadamu ya Allah, cinta kepada Rasulullah SAW. Ya Allah, ampunilah para pendahulu-pendahulu kami ya Allah, yang telah mendahului kami ya Allah. Ampunilah dosa-dosanya ya Allah, kesalahan-kesalahannya ya Allah. Berikanlah tempat yang lapang kepada mereka ya Allah. Mereka telah memberikan garis untuk berjuang ya Allah. Mereka telah memberikan langkah-langkah yang tepat dalam perjuangan ini ya Allah. Jadikanlah ini langkah-langkah, jadikanlah ini amal baik bagi mereka ya Allah dalam perjuangan ini ya Allah. Ya Allah, jadikanlah kami ya Allah orang yang kuat, mampu berjalan, mampu membawa amanah ini ya Allah. Amanah rumah besar ini ya Allah, amanah Imam Center ya Allah. Ya Rabbi Aziz ya Rahman, jadikanlah kami ya Allah hamba-hamba yang kuat. Dengan kaki-kaki kami ini ya Allah, kami melangkah ke depan menuju ridhamu ya Allah. Ya Rabbi Aziz ya Rahman, peliharalah, jagalah keluarga kami, anak-anak kami, generasi kami ya Allah. Jadikanlah kami selalu berhubungan denganmu ya Allah, memiliki hubungan yang hangat ya Allah. Ya Allah ya Rabbi Aziz, wafatkanlah kami dalam keadaan kami berjuang ya Allah. Wafatkanlah kami dalam keadaan kami husnul khatimah ya Allah. Wafatkanlah kami dalam keadaan kami bersaudara yang baik ya Allah. Wafatkanlah kami dalam kondisi terbaik ya Allah. Allahumma khtim lana bi husnil khatimah wa la takhtim alaina bi su'il khatimah. Allahumma alif baina qulubina, Allahumma aslih baina akhwayna bi rahmatika ya arhamar rahimin. Allahumma la tad'ana hadha al-maqam dhanban illa ghafartah, wa la 'iban illa satartah, wa la maridan illa shafaitah, wa la maytan illa rabbaitah, wa la shababan illa waffaqtah, wa la waladan illa rabbaitah, wa la hajatan min hawaij ad-dunya illa qadaytaha wa yassartaha bi rahmatika ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار وصلى الله على محمد وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم سبحان ربك رب العزة عما يصفون وسلام على المرسلين والحمد لله رب العالمين. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله.
And now it's time for food. Now it's time for dinner.